Hey guys!
We had a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, so running a little late, but welcome to another episode of Sunday Eats and Treats.
Yes.
So.
I'm Judy.
And I'm Jody.
If you haven't figured it out. The Judy and Jody show or Jody and Judy
That's
show?
right, J squared.
It's kind of, oh, that's kind of funny.
It is funny.
The J's are square. Just kidding. Hey! All right, so we wanted to bring this great treat to you. And the reason why is because somebody requested, they said, you know, because I love cheesecake, right? And I don't actually have a great baked cheesecake recipe that would be equivalent to what I love. And in fact, I love a Costco cheesecake. So, you know, I'm pretty simple with that. I do like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake too.
She loves cheesecake. It doesn't
I just like
matter.
cheesecake. But there's a great recipe that we've posted a while back. And it's a frozen cheesecake. It's a raspberry one. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that was really good.
It's really good.
We'll have to find the link and
It's
include
with
that.
Shakeology it's just really good with berries and Greek yogurt. It's really good. Hi, Cassie. Hey, but today I found a good, I'm hoping it's a good recipe.
We're hoping.
And so we're going to test it right here. It's by Lisa Hoven. She has a health fitness blog site. And I'm going to take her recipe and let's try it.
Yeah, and I think we're doing a little adaptation of it too as well. So it's always exploration as we jump into the test kitchen today. So hopefully it'll be good because somebody requested Judy make a cheesecake. So.
Oh, right. They wanted cheesecake and I said, oh yeah, for sure. Let's go find one. So,
okay.
All right, we're going to try this. We've got 2 cups of cottage cheese and we're using 2%. You could do fat-free. But we're doing 2% cottage cheese.
And that's going in here?
2% fat.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, wait. I forgot. Okay, we're going to do this first. Never mind. We're going to do this first.
Okay.
We actually were supposed to do the crust first, but that's okay.
I thought we were supposed to do the oatmeal first, but that's okay.
You know, I forgot. So 2 cups of that.
Okay.
And then half a cup of plain Greek yogurt. It's just a non-fat one.
Okay.
And that's a half a cup.
Okay.
I'm going to do 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
It's like super simple, actually.
I just hope it tastes good.
Me too. I do too, because I really love cheesecake.
All right, 2 eggs.
Now let's do, I don't know, honey. Let's do 3 tablespoons of honey.
All right.
This recipe actually for Lisa's, it says 16 drops of stevia. And I actually don't like stevia. It actually gives me a headache at the base of my neck. And I find that's interesting because some people, I think it doesn't bother them, but I'm gonna look over this. But it bothers me.
So that's 2. Do you want a third?
Yeah, 3 tablespoons of honey.
Okay, there's 3.
And then we're going to do...
And I like honey anyway. It's a natural sweetener and it's awesome.
We've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla and we just use the cap because it's just easier.
Okay.
We're going to need that tablespoon back later.
Okay, I got it.
And then 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. You could use a real lemon, but this is easy. Tablespoon of lemon juice. And then you blend it. That is it. So blender away.
Blender away. Let's mix the concoction. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm going to pull some stuff out of the corners so we get a nice blend. Oh, it even looks like it's the color of a cheesecake. So
probably the vanilla gives it a good.
Yeah, it must.
And the honey. I'm excited for this. Let's hope
She's actually been looking forward to it all day. So we're sitting in church. She's like, "Oh yeah, you can make sure you post a picture of it." So
okay.
Yeah, you want all that in there? Or you
want is that all melted well or blended well? Okay.
Do you want more?
I don't know.
Okay.
Looks good to me.
Looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Okay, you're gonna have to rinse that out because we want to make the crust.
Okay.
So while he's rinsing that out, I'm gonna tell you what else is gonna be on this. Oh, you'll need this too.
Okay.
So while he's rinsing it out, I'm gonna tell you what else. We're gonna make the crust, and that's actually what we're supposed to do first, but that didn't happen. So oh well. So we've got the crust with is just gonna be oatmeal, and I think I've got oatmeal. Oh, and I'm doing a tablespoon of coconut oil, and you could do coconut oil or you can do butter. I'm just using coconut oil, and then we'll do a tablespoon of honey to give it a sweet little taste. So while he's rinsing that out, because we're going to use it for our crust and blending that, you could use a springform pan for this, but we've got, I don't have a small enough springform. I have like one, I probably could double that recipe and make it in our larger springform pan that we have. So I'm just going to use, you could use a pie plate. I'm using just a small casserole. It's a 9-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch. Oh, you know what I forgot to add to that? But I could add it now.
Okay.
I'm going to add...
into the...
Yeah, the mix.
Okay.
And this is to thicken it, and it's kind of important. Hi, Monica.
Okay.
Hey.
So so while you're doing that, I'm combining...
Wait, make sure that's...
oatmeal.
Make sure that it's dry in there, because this is...
I tried it out.
Okay, so I'm going to add... so that was a tablespoon of oil that he just added in there, which is coconut oil.
Okay.
So hold on a second. And so what I'm going to add to... Excuse me. This is rice flour. And so I'm going to add it to this. It should have been blended with it already, because that's what's going to thicken it. So I'm going to do let me think. How many tablespoons should I have? Oh yeah, let's do 3 tablespoons of the flour, just so it thickens it. This is rice flour. You could just use wheat flour if you wanted to, but I like the rice flour because it's more fine. And so with this, hold on, he's going to add something to it. Just give me a second. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to thicken it more.
Oh, that definitely thickens it up. Wow.
So you want to do that with this. And so I'm just going to use a whisk and mix it in, because it's not one that needs to be crushed in, just mixed in. Okay, and so now with the the coconut oil and the oatmeal, we're going to add a tablespoon of honey. And then we're going to...
Can you put that down so I can
We're
grab
going to
it?
blend it. We're going to blend that together. We'll get this. It's like the Laurel and Hardy show. Or are you guys, do you even know
You're really dating yourself.
Do you even know who Laurel and Hardy is?
I mean, that was an old show when we were young, so...
Does anybody know who Laurel and Hardy is? Come on. It's like Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy.
I mean, that was a show when our parents were, and they were just running reruns when we were kids. So.
I love that show.
They were great, so...
Okay, it's going to get noisy. Have to probably scrape that down a bit.
Yeah, probably.
That's wet, so you're
going
going to need to dry it.
Wet and dry it off. Okay.
So I just blended that together. Okay. Did it crush it a little?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'll do it one more time. And most of it's already crushed, so I don't know how much more we'll do. But we'll see.
Kind of little. It doesn't have to be super fine. While he's doing that, I'm gonna spray this pan.
Okay, all right. Last spin.
And you can do this through a food processor. So yeah, that's good.
Okay.
We're just gonna use. We have a food processor, but I really like my Ninja. It's super easy and it's always handy. So just a little bit of a crust. I'm gonna pour it in here, and I'm just gonna press it in.
Yeah, I know we debated whether or not to double this, and we probably should have.
No, I think for an 8-inch or 9-inch pan, this is plenty.
Okay.
It's when you have double that size where you would have to double it.
Okay.
So this is the crust. That's fine. So it's crust is, I think the crumbles are good, but we're fine there. Okay.
Yeah,
guess what? You know what? Good. After we press this down, and after this is pressed down and we pour the cheesecake on top, we just stick it in the oven. For 45 minutes, we're going to cook it, and it's at 350 degrees. That's it.
You look like you're giving it a little massage.
Does anybody know what that reference is?
Bugs Bunny.
Elmer
Fudd, man.
Okay.
That's a classic.
Okay, so I just press that down.
Okay.
I'm going to pour this on top. Ooh. Smells
That's going to be a
delicious.
super thick cheesecake, man.
Love it.
Awesome. Do we need to cover it or anything? Or
nope.
Do we cook it just like that?
Cook it just like that.
Okay, and for how many degrees?
350 on top.
On top? Okay.
We're good.
All right. Let's So now we
That
get
was
to wait
it.
45 minutes to taste the goodness. So hopefully it will be good. It smells really good already, so we will see if it lives up to the pictures that we saw online. So
I love that. That was super easy. I mean, how many ingredients was that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know, but it didn't take very long to put it together.
7 ingredients for just the insides, and I usually have to do a lot when I make cheesecake, so
yeah,
it's perfect. We'll try it. Smells good.
Yeah.
So, but what we want to talk to you guys today about was we're going to stay on the topic of forgiveness, and we talked about like last time was because we had to deal with the theft of our stuff in our car and me learning to forgive others. And I think, and I also mentioned if I am, going to have that forgiving heart, or if I expect to be forgiven, that I need to have a forgiving heart. And I think as well at the same time, we have to learn to forgive ourselves.
That's probably the toughest thing, I think, for most people in life, to actually forgive themselves. I mean, you trip up and you're like, oh, Joe, again, why do I keep making the same mistake?
Yeah, and so I just think that some of the things that we do in life, we just got to remember that we have to give ourselves a little bit of grace, right? Sometimes a lot of grace. That, we're not perfect. We don't expect others to be perfect. We aren't put on here on the earth to, we are here put on the earth to work on doing the best we can, but perfection is really progression, right? Yeah. We're not really, I don't know. I mean, how would you say this? Would you really think you're looking to be perfect? No, because
I think perfection is a process, and there's much in this life that we need to perfect through our personal growth and progression. And I think it just takes time. I think a lot of times we expect, as you said, we expect perfection out of ourselves, but we give everybody else, and I like the word used, grace. We allow people room to grow and develop, to make mistakes. But boy, when we trip up, you act like
we're kind of too hard on ourselves.
We're really hard on ourselves, and we don't give ourselves room to grow and progress. And that's really, I think that's the hardest thing for everybody individually, is to forgive ourselves, because we often live in the cloud of the past, and that clouds our vision for seeing what lies ahead of us in the future. That if we just take a few different steps and a few different decisions, we can set our course and our sights on a whole different new trail of our life. And I think that when you start looking towards the opportunities instead of looking towards the past and, I wish I could have, should have, could have, would have done these things, that and we start moving forward, then we start finding progression and real opportunity for growth in ourselves.
Well, I like when you say, when we think of our past, I read this quote, and I actually posted it too, about you can't start a new chapter in your life by rereading the old chapter, right? You just keep rereading it. It's not starting a new chapter. So you take the things that you've done and learn from them, and then move on. So it's just about learning and growing, always developing, always trying, always. I'm trying to take actually that word out of my vocabulary, is trying, because if you're trying, you're doing. So trying, to me, actually, I feel like for me, it actually gives me a chance to have what did I call it? An escape, or an exit. If I'm trying something, then if I can, I tried it, so, whoops, it didn't work. I'd rather say I'm doing it, because then I'm more committed. That's just for me, that word. Anyways.
When I think of the wise Yoda, try not, only do. And I think that's the big thing. Is a lot of times we're like, I try. Like you said, I'll try. But in the back of our mind, we're like, well, if I fail, I'm just going to set it aside. Instead of going, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set myself on a new path. I'm going to change something in my life. And instead of looking in the past and go, yeah, that's in the past, but you know what lies ahead of me, and what can I do to bring about change in my personal life? Because there are a lot of things that we all have the things that we want to improve, but we can't be so hard on ourselves that we paralyze ourselves into inaction.
Well, I think that about failure, when you said that word, it made me think of, a lot of times people think that failure is like, well, that's defeat, I'm done. It's like, no, actually failure is a great process. It's a great time it's a good thing. It's a good thing because then you realize, oh, well, okay, that may not have worked. I try something different. I don't know. I guess there's too many negative words that just bring you down rather than let's change our mindset on that and think, okay, well, that didn't work for me or whatever it might be. And so I'm going to give myself some grace, learn from it, and just move on. We had a great Zoom call today with our test group, with our To Be Mindset set test group. We got too many words. T's. And I have 2 test groups going. So, and this is one of them that just started most recently. And one of them, you know, I think one of the things that the thoughts were like, you start something for like, when you try and do it for like a week and then, I slipped up that next day and yeah, you might throw in the towel.
So why keep trying?
Why keep trying? But it's like nothing, I don't know, nothing is going to be easy when you first start it out, right? It's just like when you first learn how to drive a car. Do you remember those days when you learned how to drive a car? Whoops, I stalled the car. Let's just say you learned how to drive a clutch. A manual vehicle, if anybody doesn't know what I mean by clutch. But it's like you learned to drive. It's like you stalled it. Oh, well, I'm done. I give up. I screwed up. I failed.
Never driving again.
Never driving again.
Don't trust me on the road. Don't give him a license.
You know, why do we do that to ourselves? That's like self-sabotage. It's like, no, you know it's going to take time. And that's okay. And everybody's different at their learning speed and pace. And so allow yourself to grow through this. Brandy, what did you say? Great point. We are always teaching our kids to pick themselves back up. We should tell ourselves,
probably the same thing.
I can't see the rest
and I think that's a really important point. We always tell our kids, get up, move forward. You can do this. And we tend to look at people that are great at something and we go,
compare ourselves
that's
to
easy.
them.
We compare our their chapter 22 to our chapter 3 and expect to have the same results. I mean, how many baskets did Michael Jordan miss before he was, a 6-time champion in the NBA? I mean, tons of baskets. And how many times he
still misses? He
still misses. And he just gets his mindset back in the game. It's like, all right, I'm going to play. And obviously he's retired now. But I think a lot of times we don't allow ourselves the process of failure, because the process of failing is actually the process to success. The key is that you get up and keep trying and forgive yourself and say, all right, you know what? Yeah, I tripped up, but I'm going to do a little better next time. So, and that can be on a personal level. That can be on an emotional level. That can be on, business level. It can be inner relationships with your family. I like your word. That one's really hit me. Give yourself a little bit of grace to grow and to progress. So.
All right.
All right. Well,
grace to grow.
That's right. It. Oh, I love that. Grace to grow. So thanks for joining us. We will circle back around in about 45 minutes and taste this hopefully yummy stuff.
We have to let it sit a little bit.
Yeah. So it'll probably be about an hour
before we get to see it again. Yeah. But I'm going to add some fresh mango on it instead of strawberries. That's what the picture shows. But I love mangoes.
All right.
So
it'll be good. So.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
All right. See ya.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Well, this smells so yummy.
It smells super great.
Hi,
all
friends.
Right.
We are back.
We are back.
And look at this. Oh, is it hot still?
No, it's good.
That is the cheesecake. Looks good.
Looks pretty good.
It actually smells really, really good.
It does. We walked into our house and ooh, smells good in here.
Yeah, so really good. So here's the cheesecake, and this cheesecake is a Costco cheesecake that we just happen to have in our fridge.
Yeah, it's from Ashton's birthday. So
yeah, his birthday last week. So it is a few days old. But we're going to try this one. Oh, how's it cutting? Is it cutting like custard?
It's really soft. Yeah, it's cutting like a custard. So.
Okay. And so unfortunately, because I didn't use a springform pan, I couldn't take it out any other way. Do you want to try it?
Sure.
So we're going to try this. Whoa. And you might want to use, okay. Yeah, your fork.
It's kind of like a custard, kind of.
It is. Kind of eggy.
Okay.
So we thought we would do a taste test between the two here. All right, hold on. Let's move this aside.
All right.
Smells good.
So yeah, so you can see it was probably a little softer than the other one. We may have been able to cook it a little longer. So here's
the thing. I forgot to say. You're supposed to refrigerate it so it will set up.
Oh.
It actually would set up better. So it's supposed to refrigerate overnight. But for some people like us who can't wait, we're gonna try it now. But yes, if we would have this is pretty hot still. We will let it cool down more. I think it would gel better.
Yeah,
and
I think
sit
so.
overnight. Yeah. So we'll try it. Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
Where's the crust?
The crust.
I didn't get it.
I would have put more crust on it. Ready?
Yeah, we wouldn't need more.
It needs berries. It needs fruit.
Well, cheesecake doesn't have to have fruit, but this one does.
I think it does.
I think it's because it's a custard.
Yeah, it's more like a custard. It's definitely more like a custard.
The consistency is more like a custard. Hi, Tammy. The consistency is more like a custard, but
if that had berries on it, it'd be really
Vicky.
good.
But I think it actually tastes really good.
It's actually tasty, but I think it would be awesome if it had some berries and juice on it.
I don't even want to try the other cheesecake because I already know.
It's different.
This is kind of, I think the lemon juice, do you think? I've had recipes where you don't have to put the lemon juice.
I like the lemon juice.
You like the tartness?
Kind of
okay, now let's taste. We're going to taste a different cheesecake, the unhealthy kind. So, it's so funny.
They're not even in the same league.
There's no comparison. So, this is creamy.
But this is good.
This is creamy. Like the regular cheesecake is creamy. That's more like custard.
Yeah, it's definitely more like a custard. And I think it would actually, I wish we had some berries on it.
I do have berries, but I'm not going to do berries. I'm going to do mango. I love mango.
Oh, yeah. So let's try it.
Wait, use the other thing so it doesn't fall apart. The spatula thing. A pie server. We're trying here. Hi, Vicky.
All right.
We're going to try another piece.
So I want to try it because I think it'll taste a lot better with berries or fruit.
Okay, you want to put it on top of yours or just there?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to do it with mango.
I'm going to grab that and I'm going to grab that.
Okay, we're going to grab a piece.
So yeah, so that's the way we're trying it now. Okay?
Okay.
You ready? Way better.
It does taste good with fruit. It really just needs to set up.
I think, yeah.
It needs to set up. So it says to refrigerate it overnight, and we really should refrigerate it overnight. Okay. So I'm going to let you know tomorrow how it is when we refrigerate it overnight. But it's not bad. It's a different combination and it's healthier.
It's like a custard, so it's pretty good. So.
The cottage cheese and yogurt, I mean, it gives it that, what is that? There's a tanginess to cheesecake too.
And I definitely would have doubled the oatmeal crumb bottom.
Where is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just kind of absorbed into the
it's not even
the healthy cheesecake. I would at least double that so that you actually have a crust. Because see, this has a nice crust, and there's not much of a crust there.
I just ate the crust.
So yeah, I would definitely double the crust recipe.
The crust got absorbed into the cheesecake, so you don't taste it.
And I think this would. I mean, the mango's good, but I'm flavoring I'm flavoring mixed berries or strawberries.
Okay.
So in my opinion, it's a thumbs up, but it needs berries.
It's a thumbs up for sure if you like custard.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to call it a custard cheesecake, that's probably more appropriate for this.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm gonna try it cooled down with in the refrigerator, and I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah. So.
Cool. All right, guys.
Well, as always, it's an exploration of flavors at our house, and
the test kitchen. So this is good.
And that was actually
I'm
pretty good,
happy to test it for you and be the guinea pig. Thanks,
I think
guys.
you should try it, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. So
definitely.
Anyway,
I'm still eating it.
Oh yeah, you saw I kept eating it. I didn't put the fork down.
All right,
you guys. Thanks for joining us. Remember to give yourself a little bit of grace this week because you grow in grace. So have a great day and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Take care. See ya. I'm going to try this one.
It's pretty dang good.